Hey guys, this is Kamikan, and today I kind of feel like we're in a massive genjutsu. We're in the infinite Tsukuyomi because technology hasn't really progressed in any meaningful way in I don't know how long, decades. But back in the 90s or the 80s or earlier, we thought that this day and age would be full of crazy technological um devices and things. And those things are being developed and they're there, but I feel like we got to a certain point with technology to where they got to the smartphone and then they said, "That's it. We're not going much further. We're going to stop right there because we got everybody where we want them." Now they use it to basically they got your attention on the phone at all times. So now they use it to pump your eyes, your soul with a quality of entertainment that is basically potato chips. Like they're they lowered the quality of what is presented to you, and now eh, that entertainment is almost there to lower your morale or violate your soul in some way. Not really to uplift and motivate you, but to keep you stuck in the genjutsu. Basically, to make you give up on life and give in to your addictions, into drugs, into games, porn, whatever. They want to make it seem like life is ugly and hopeless, and that your only salvation is in the next hit of entertainment. And that's the genjutsu. That's the infinite Tsukuyomi. And to be honest, I can only really see this because I'm part of that last generation to grow up before the internet really dominated our lives. I remember back in the day where we only used the internet for information purposes before we went back to our real life. Um, when we were kids, we would look up how to make a paper plane better and fold that, and then we'd just play with that outside or play with it in the house. Or we'd look up how to fold a paper boomerang, and then we would throw that around the house, see if it actually would come back to our hands. And that would be a fun game of trying to figure out, like, okay, how can we throw it so that it'll come back to us and all that stuff. But somewhere along the line, it went from being a means to an end to the end in itself, where we were getting online just to sit there and watch somebody else play with a boomerang, somebody else do something cool, or we would just sit there to play games on the computer. And like, uh, I mean, that's fine playing games on the computer and all that, but it it at some point along the line, it was just about watching things happen on a screen rather than going out and doing the things that we saw on the screen, if that makes sense. And now it's got everybody. Everybody is obsessed with their phone. Everybody is glued to it as if that's the life, as if that is life. Their emotions are manipulated by it, controlled by it, forced by it. Um, and now it's to the point where you can't even tell what's real anymore. People will watch an AI vid, fully believe it's real, and get invested in it, and then get pissed when they realize that all of it was a fabrication. It was just somebody's joke. Um, and even worse, I've heard of people like fully enjoying AI prompted content and even having an emotional experience with it, not realizing it was AI until the very last moment where they're asking like, who created this? Who made this thing? And then they realize there's no name attached. There's no creator. It was just prompted by somebody. And it's like, how many times can you witness a complete fabrication of reality before you lose sense of it completely. Like, how many times can they trespass upon your soul with mediocrity? Like, how many times will you allow it to happen to yourself before you just say no more? I mean, AI people, they're not going to stop prompting things. And people that just eat it up with no thought as to where it comes from or how it's affecting them inside or emotionally, it might be too late for them. It might be. But this is the whole reason why I continue to make videos and continue to make comics. I make comics for your soul. I'm trying to reignite what might be lost there in this day and age of fast food, dumbed down, demoralizing entertainment. I'm trying to feed your soul. I'm channeling the spirit of all the older works that I grew up with into my comics, into my past comic, Air Rider, High School Hero, into my current comic, Saintly, Demon Chase horror comic about two best friends who must outrun the demon loan sharks that they borrowed from. It's about how the main character's choices back her into a corner where she must choose between the hard path to success or lose her soul to the lure of easy money. It's a struggle I feel deeply connected to because I'm going through it right now. I feel every urge to give up and sink into despair, soothing myself with games and porn. But I can't stop now. I am too far in to give up. I have a cousin who believes in me, and I have another younger cousin who I think she could be a really great artist one day. So I can't stop. I can't give up. I'm going to keep going just for them. Even though it would have made sense to have quit a long, long time ago. But if you also feel the need to keep moving forward, go ahead and check out Saintly at the link in the description and feel your soul replenished, even if just a little bit, by the story. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.